Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Unbuttoned.
Hello. Today, we wanted to kind of build on the last episode where we had kind of mentioned building a community, making connections, and strengthening our friendship throughout this process of starting Coco the Shop. One thing that kind of came up right after we had recorded the last episode was how great the supportive community has been for us since we started the shop. And we were kind of wanting to dig into the way that we've kind of built that. And the thing that I think stands out to us the most is that we've just had so many like meaningful connections and conversations with so many of our customers that we consider friends, whether it be DMs or, email or whatever, just about like real stuff that like every one of us struggles with outside of just selling clothes. One thing that we hear a lot just because we're in women's apparel is just body image insecurities. And that's such a real thing that we want to normalize, especially because part of our job is modeling clothes and getting all done up and sharing these beautiful photos. But in reality, like we all struggle on a spectrum. I know that that's probably really relatable for most of you guys. I feel like the older I get, the more I realize that like I'm so not alone in that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we just kind of wanted to talk about that and normalize it a little bit and just share that like we're human too. And we have really hard days, whether it be body image or parenting or work-life balance or whatever it might be.
Totally. I mean, like you said, you see the end picture. You don't see the 900 photos we probably upload to get to that picture.
Yes.
And we say that because for us, we have to take the right picture so that we know that like the clothes show how they look.
Yep.
Because we obviously never want to like dupe somebody into buying something that looks completely different in a photo.
Right.
So if we look at a photo and we're like, okay, the color's off or the angle's off, you can't see that the back is open or this or that. Yeah. Anyway, so the clothes have to look right. But not only that, but we obviously, when you're looking at a million pictures of yourself, you pick them apart to shreds.
Yes.
And sometimes we laugh about it and other times we don't.
Yeah.
And if you kind of look back, please don't. But if you kind of look back at the beginning of our try-ons, I literally would stand directly behind Elizabeth.
She was like hiding.
I was like hiding. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to be in a photo.
Because you felt insecure.
Yeah.
And like we all do. That's so real. And you've come a really long way with that.
Yeah. It just wasn't my thing before. Like I wasn't used to it. I mean, you had a blog and whatnot before this. I did not. And so I just was so uncomfortable, not in the sense where it was making me feel like uncomfortable, but I just didn't know what to do or say. Uncomfortable. And the more I just kind of learned to realize that I'm human and that I'm not going to like every photo.
Yeah, you got out of your head a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Even this podcast, I have always wanted to start a podcast, but I did not want to hear my voice for the life of me. Not that I still do.
You have such a calming voice.
Oh, I've never heard that before. Thank you. Truly.
When you're not
I don't
mad.
think anyone's ever called me calm. Yeah.
I'll
take it. What a confidence boost today. My voice is calming and I'm kind of calm. I'm like, I was just about to say, I'm about to text Hunter and say, did you hear that? And my whole family. Wow. Look at me growing.
Look at me growing.
Yeah, not only am I growing in self-confidence, I'm freaking calm, ladies and gentlemen.
And you know grammar.
It's like a new homie. I don't even know this girl. Anyways, there was just like lots of growth for me in that realm. Yeah. And I feel like Elizabeth has really helped me. And also there's days that I still don't feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Like
we both do.
Yesterday.
We both do. Oh, my gosh. We have had so many days where, we're like, we got to stay on this rigid like schedule. We have to do our try-ons on Thursdays. But there are Thursdays that roll around and we're like, not feeling it because, everybody just has days like that and that's okay. And then we have to assess and say like, okay, can we do it tomorrow when we're like fresh and we get some sleep? But it's not like every day we walk in here all dolled up feeling like $1 million.
No, and the days that we come in dolled up and then we don't get to the try on, we're so annoyed because we're like, I washed my hair.
Yes.
I curled it. I did my makeup.
Yes.
Is this a joke?
Yes.
And I literally always joke that my kid's school has to think that I'm two different people dropping off my child and picking them up.
The homeless mom.
Because I walk in with my hair in a gel clip, no makeup on, and probably not a bra most days. And I come to pick them up and I'm in full glam.
Yeah.
And I look crazy.
Yeah.
But needless to say that it's not always an on day. Hence, this is not going to line up with the try on that I'm talking about, but we did a try on yesterday. And in the video, you can actually quite literally see me roll my eyes because Elizabeth wanted to keep doing it and I was over it. I didn't even speak in the video.
Didn't say a word.
I didn't say a word. It was the end of the day. It was rainy, so it was so muggy. My hair was frizzy. My husband's been out of town all week.
Yeah.
I was over it.
Feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it, but I did it. However, will I say it was my favorite try on? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think one thing that we hear from you guys a lot and we can all so relate to is just when you go through having kids, or even if you haven't had kids, just going through like harder times in life, harder seasons, like stressful times, your body fluctuates, which is biologically going to happen and it's unavoidable. It's normal, but it's hard to navigate, especially like in a society where, you know, Instagram exists and you have this constant reminder of someone looking more put together than you, someone looking more beautiful than you, someone having a cooler, better body than you. But like,
yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you go through like having kids and stuff, it's so real. And then trying to find clothes that flatter like your changing body or your new body or whatever it is, comparing your current body to a body you had in high school, like, and like that is just it's just a hard thing to navigate for anyone.
Even comparing your body to other people's.
Totally.
We have very different body types.
Yes.
And we've realized that's what makes our try-ons work so well. However, at least once a try-on, I'll be like, oh my God, can you spare a little bit of the giraffe legs for me? Like, I'm so freaking short. I can't even look over here at you because she's got these long freaking legs.
And I look at Lauren and I'm like, can I have some of your butt and like your curves?
I'm like, take it, have it. But I'm like very hourglass. And Elizabeth is a straight down little stick who's tall. And we just always, it's kind of funny. It's like that grass is greener. Like, you want what you can't have. Like, I would give up my booty in an instant for you to have it. And you want it. And I'm like, see you later because it's really annoying in shorts.
Yes. But yeah, being in front of a camera all the time, though, it is hard. I won't lie. Like, I definitely feel like it is a lot of pressure and it's a lot of like just putting yourself out there and like opening yourself up for like judgment or scrutiny on how your makeup looks or how. But I feel like we both just stay rooted in the fact that like we're just real people and we are so similar to those of you guys who are watching those photos and videos. And we just want you guys to know that like we're with you. I mean, we've been through really hard like body image seasons and confidence, like lack of self-confidence and those types of things. And
and I don't tell this story to like make anyone feel bad. This story is just so that like people can realize like we feel the same thing.
Yeah.
There was one time where somebody suspected that I was pregnant, which just to let everybody know I will not be pregnant again. So if you're suspecting I'm pregnant, it's just that I probably ate Chipotle the night before. So disclaimer, I'll settle that for you right now. A baby burrito. But there was one time where in the nicest, kindest way, somebody had suspected that I was pregnant. And
that's the world of social media.
That's the world of social media. And this person was trying to be really like sweet in the message. And for a few days I was like just spiraling about it. And then I realized I've had 2 kids and I work out and I eat okay. I'm not gonna say healthy, I don't. And I'm like, you know what? If I have a little bit of bloat one day, I don't really care.
The world goes on.
The world goes on.
No one's going to think any less of you.
I have to pull on some Spanx some days or this or that. But I actually just sent Elizabeth this reel the other day that said, have you ever told your friend, like, I love to hang out with you because you're so skinny, or I love to like go on a girls trip
we'll
because
have to share that.
I love to go on a girls trip because you
have a
fit in
tight
a size 0 bathing suit, or like it's like nobody says that to their friends.
You're your own harshest critic.
Nor nobody thinks that about their friends.
No.
You are your harshest critic, but also it's a hard thing to deal with. But to remind yourself, like,
It really doesn't matter that much.
I'll be fine.
I shared this a little bit at Heidi's event, but I struggled for so many years with like intense body dysmorphia, body image issues, disordered eating. And I feel like I've gotten to this place now where like I actually feel healthier because I'm not so obsessed with being healthy.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
And that's a really freeing feeling. And honestly, at one point in my life, I never thought I'd get to that point. Like, I was like, I am going to be in this mental, like, jail forever. Like, it was so, so hard. But I think just like over time, as I've gotten older and as I've had kids, because when you have babies, there is no stopping and no controlling the changes that your body is going through. So having Peter when I was 23, like really just kind of snapped me out of that. Not to say that I don't have hard body image days. I 100% do. But I do think that kind of shifting your focus to like being physically healthy and thinking about what's going to make you mentally healthy, because me being so obsessed with my weight and what I was eating and every calorie I was eating was actually making me mentally ill.
Yeah, you know? There's been times that I've gotten a little obsessive, and Elizabeth has had to check me and say, yeah, I don't want you going down the path that I went down. Like, you gotta stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I feel like it's important to like have people that recognize that around you. Now, mine, obviously, I never like had anything serious, but obviously body image issues get you down about yourself.
Totally. I think it's a spectrum, but I do think it's something that like everybody can relate to in some way, you know?
I think so too.
And that is a really big part of how we curate like our clothes and our collections, because we can so relate. Like just the other day we were debating on a dress that we're about to bring in, and we said, well, this one's such a good like postpartum one when you don't want something super tight. Like we get it, and we've been there. And you should never feel alone in any of that. But I do want you guys to know we like love being able to talk to you guys about that kind of stuff and connect with you, because it also makes us feel less alone, you know?
Totally. And now we have Friday local pickups, and we've gotten to put so many like names to faces and like truly get to know people. Yeah. And it's been like great to like relate to people on so many topics. This being one of them that like, you know, not every outfit's going to work for every person. Not every... But also to that point, I was going to say something else, but I realized sometimes it's just about trying it on, because there's so many things that I've been like, I joke all the time. I'll be like, I'll be sick for that try.
And we hear that from a lot of you guys too. Like, I never would have picked this for myself, but I actually really love it. And it helped me feel a little more confident about myself.
I was going to say, sometimes you just have to try it. It may work, it may not. And you might be surprised.
Yeah. On the topic of community too, outside of like our customer community, we kind of touched on this in the last episode, but I do think us just being authentic and like real seeming people on social media has helped us make connections with other people who have opened doors for us, because no one, how do I say this without making it sound mean? I feel like people want to get to know you when they know that you are a relatable human being. And so when it came to us making connections that helped us get the word out about our business when we started and helped us grow, I think that us just not overly romanticizing everything since the beginning, like showing the porta potty that we were being in and the shed, and just being open to those conversations too. Like, I feel like there are some people in every industry that get so competitive, but we really try to embrace the community over competition, because we've seen how much networking and building a community of other like women-owned businesses and entrepreneurs can help and also just guide you. And the opportunities are endless when you just like embrace other people that even might be a competitor in your industry.
Totally.
But that is another piece of community that has been a really important part to us. And to be honest, we've gotten so busy recently that I feel like we need to get back to that, because just churning out the day-to-day is like overwhelming enough, and having kids and bedtimes and lunches and all the things. But that's definitely something that I never want to let not be a priority, because it truly helped us so much in the beginning. And I want to pay that forward to other people and continue to push myself to
not only just like meeting other people for connections and relationships for the business side. We've always made a priority to put the customer first and have the customer, because like I think about myself when I'm buying and
Yeah.
whatnot. And we like have always loved that, getting to meet everybody and talking to people. And
we know like every one of your names. Like I know people probably think that we're crazy, but like we notice every single one of them. And I mean, even as we've grown over the years,
I mean, people will come in here and I'll be like, remind me your name. They say it. I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, I packed your order. Like,
and
you know,
Savannah and Tracy can attest, like if we see a name we don't recognize, we're like, ooh, first time customer, because we know the names, you know? And that's always been important to us. And it has also just been such a fun part about this whole experience is meeting new people that, I mean, live down the road from us that we never would have known had we not started this shop.
We literally played a Christmas game this year where you had to say, what was it, like first name and you had to name the last name?
Yes, customer first name or last name and you had to name the first name.
Yeah. And we did pretty darn good.
You guys did.
There
really
was a few that, you know, some are confusing, last names are similar or whatnot. But as time has gone on, we've really tried to like keep that aspect of it. And we love like having the pop-ups here and things because the way that we always try to structure it is very like pop in, have a drink, hang out because who wants stuffy?
And honestly, those are like some of the highlights of the past couple of years, like events like that. And then our trips where we get to go to market and spend undivided time as a team. But I feel like those are definitely like the highlights, like the photo shoots where we asked you guys to model in the beginning and getting to know you guys. And then the events where we get to meet new faces. And then when we see them again, it's like, it's such a compliment.
And
honestly.
every single event at the very end, there's always a few people that are still here that we end up just chit-chatting with.
We order
Taco Bell. We do something that hanging out and chit-chat. And then we're all like, oh shoot, it's 10 o'clock. We should probably go home.
Yeah.
But that's the best part about it is like just meeting new people, new friends, and I don't know, just building that connection with people.
Yeah. I also, after our first episode, we got a lot of feedback from you guys saying that you could so relate to like the being in the weeds at home with your kids really young and
like
resenting
loss of identity,
resenting your husband for being able to go to work and like have adult interactions. And that's definitely a really real thing that I think we've connected with a lot of you guys on because it's something that's not talked about enough, honestly.
No, and I also want to give props to the people that have come to our events like on their own. And I'm thinking like, I know my self-confidence and like prior to doing this and I would have been like, I don't know anyone there. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's amazing. So many people, not just us, have met each other through this.
Yes.
And that's the best part that we love to see. Have like met people, become friends with people, and it's become like one big community, which was like always our kind of our goal.
That was really cool. Last week, someone messaged and said that she was at the park with her son and noticed another mom at the park with a Coco the Shop sweatshirt on, and they ended up like chit-chatting, and she wrote in and just said, thanks for creating this community. And it like seriously brought tears to my eyes. I sent a screenshot of it to all the girls, and I was like, it's just that's like the satisfying part of this.
Well, and honestly,
the clothes
like,
are fun, but
and we love to like, obviously a lot of our customers have businesses or this or that. And we like love to hype everyone up and support everyone. And I just, what makes it fun.
Yeah.
So needless to say that
we love you guys.
And
always be open to that.
Yeah.
Like always be open to connections, even if, like Lauren said, it is intimidating, especially if you're going to be by yourself and you don't know anybody or like you're at the park and you see somebody. I just think,
I mean, oftentimes women are like, no, I'm not like good enough or pretty enough or talkative enough or this and that. And I mean, the list goes on of why they shouldn't go to something or attend something or talk to somebody.
Struggles with the same.
But they're probably feeling the same. And that's our point in sharing about like the photos and this and that. Like, we're all kind of in this together. And we were saying earlier, in one sense, be a girl's girl. Like girls are always against each other.
Yep.
We gotta quit that a little bit, not to be too preachy and be like,
Lauren's the ultimate
girl
stage
power.
Mom.
But I love to rock a stage mom moment.
When we are taking photos, she's always like behind the camera, like, work it. Good job, girl. That looks hot.
Yeah, I had 2 boys, and there's probably a reason why, because I would be the ultimate stage, like, crazy mom taking pictures, doing the hair.
Yes.
But I just now do it with my friends.
Yeah.
And I love it so much. We always joke with Heidi, who we work out with, that I'm like, I just
She just does it to chit chat.
I just do it to chit chat and hype people up. And the other week, Heidi said, "Are you ever going to like a workout?" And I said, "No. What would make you think that? I'm just here for the chit chat and the social hour and the hype." And I love it. And I mean, another point in confidence that I think has helped us a lot is we met our friend Heidi a few years ago, and
totally, Heidi has been a really big. She's made a really big impact on us.
I was going to say, I'm not even sure where to
I know.
start on my Heidi train. But in the point of saying that if having the right people in your corner too can really help you gain some self-confidence and realize things about yourself.
Totally.
There's been times that we've been having a negative self-talk or this or that, and she will snap you right back into it.
She's a personal trainer, but like she's different. She is so much more focused on just like your well-being with your mental state as a priority along with your physical state.
Which I cannot stress enough is amazing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
There have been days where we've become all friends.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking and we'll be working out and we'll just be talking about what a rough time it is. And she will even say, you should take a mental health day and not come to work out.
Or eat a cookie.
Eat a cookie. Yesterday I was talking about how I housed in like 2 seconds flat a bagel slathered with cream cheese. And she's like, so?
Yeah.
You know, like why we do this to ourselves?
Why do we guilt ourselves about every little freaking thing in the world that we possibly can?
Totally. But she's just like one of those people who is genuinely wants the best for people.
Yeah. I feel like
and it's not just about
had like her coming into our lives. We started working out with her, probably like a year ago or so. Yeah. About twice a week. Heidi, her handle is HydroFit. We'll share it in the show notes.
She also just opened a new place.
Yes.
The
Well Collective.
And it's beautiful and amazing. If you're from Columbus, you should check it out because we just went and did a sound bath, which is our other running joke with Heidi. That every single time she shows up, I'm like, oh, can we do a sound bath?
Instead of a workout?
Yeah. And yesterday I told her, I've just really taken to meditating.
Yeah.
And which might not be true. But anyways.
Yeah, she definitely has helped us navigate the pressure with having to be in front of the camera all the time and normalizing to us that like it's okay. It's not just about what you look like. And we have both come a really long way with that.
My favorite Heidi story, wow, we're talking about Taco Bell a lot this episode, but my favorite Heidi story is we went to an event and it was late. We were all hungry and we all were joking as a team that we wanted to go to Taco Bell and we kept saying, Heidi, look away. We're going to go to Taco Bell. And she's like, why would I look away? I want to. And she said her order.
She's like, we're going to Taco Bell.
I can't remember what she ordered. She's like, we're going to Taco Bell. And she sent a picture of her eating it when she got home. And I saved the picture because I remember thinking, if Heidi's going to eat Taco Bell, it's okay to let yourself live every once in a while.
Yes, totally.
But that's what I appreciate about her, about you, about Tracy and Savannah, and like just tons of our customers is the support system that everybody's built is freaking amazing. And
definitely,
you gotta just be for each other instead of against.
Yeah, agreed. If you guys are in a place where you're in like a hard season of body image or struggling with kids or struggling with clothes or whatever it may be, we are right there with you. And all of that just to say like you're not alone. And I hope that we can be a place to remind you of that and never make you feel any sort of comparison at all, because we have really hard days too.
And we do like, we have hard days and days that we say, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
Or days that we power through it.
Or days that we show up and cry for an hour before we start working and the whole day gets derailed because, again, we're human and hard days happen and that's okay.
Yeah.